We're back in session.
Got it figured out. Sorry about that. So this should be better.
Great job.
So there's that. Okay. Now, next one. We are requesting that you guys rescind, or that we update the holidays. We would like to add the Juneteenth in there, Columbus Day, the Friday after Thanksgiving, and then the full day of Christmas Eve. And then we would like to add, where it is recognized, any holidays added by the federal or the state government.
I do like the federal, so Juneteenth, I believe that needs to be in there because every other federal place follows it, the banks follow it, everybody follows it.
Yeah.
They follow, is Columbus Day a federally followed holiday?
Good question.
The Friday after Thanksgiving and Christmas Eve, I'm sorry,
Oops. Amber.
my question is, do they get paid days off? Are those paid days?
Those would be paid days. We are asking for them to be paid days. Right now, we do a majority vote for the
after.
Friday after Thanksgiving, and then that Christmas Eve.
But they use their
The day
vacation.
after Super Bowl.
I like that one. Okay, we'll add that one.
But they use their vacation.
Let's not get wild here.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand the federal holidays one, but holy crap.
We do currently get half of
Are
Christmas.
you guys gonna ask for deer hunting, the first day of deer hunting season off too?
I know there was a question, I think it might have been Brian, but he said that, I think, wasn't it Brian? He said that I thought he said Biden or something with, they gave the full day of Christmas Eve off, but
Well,
he didn't know if,
let's just Google federal holiday, shall we?
The question is that just because it's off doesn't mean it's paid.
Right.
Because I know like the state, they give a lot of days off, but I don't know if they're all paid. So I mean, I'm not trying to hurt you guys, don't get me wrong, but I just, we're gonna try and keep the same guidelines.
Century Code does state that we follow the federal holiday guideline
Yeah.
as far as the paid days off.
Because we were technically closed half the week last week, but I still had to work, and if I didn't work, I didn't get paid. But yet, we're a private entity, so it's a different story.
On the 2025 holiday schedule, federal holiday schedule, it has New Year's, Martin Luther King, June 20th. That's not on here.
Yeah, June 10th, June 20th, or Juneteenth is 20th. That's your
Okay.
President's Day. It's on there, right?
Labor Day, Columbus Day is on there, so Columbus Day, next day, Veterans Day, Thanksgiving, and Christmas.
It says on the state offices close at noon on Christmas Eve day when it falls on Monday through Thursday. A holiday occurring on a Saturday or Sunday is observed the preceding Friday or succeeding Monday. It does not apply to Christmas Eve office closure. Is the new, that was just updated from the Secretary of State.
Our budgets are funded for being paid.
They are. So this wouldn't be a
So
budget,
Take out holidays out of your.
anything for a budget, because it's already.
My question, same thing. I mean, I know we're going back a little bit, but same thing when we change vacation hours. So you guys gonna have that stuff in your budget too?
Yeah.
You guys fund the budget
Oh,
as if
salaries.
everybody
Yeah.
works all of those days. So this wouldn't affect the budget at all.
A lot of places like the banks close and everything Friday at noon, or the Christmas Eve at noon is how they close. I think we currently do that here.
Currently, we do close at noon.
Yep. I'm all about Juneteenth, Columbus Day, because that's a federal holiday. Friday after Thanksgiving, sorry guys, I'm not about that.
No, I'm with you. And the half day,
And the half a day of Christmas Eve, do people come in for the half a day of Christmas? I don't
To
know.
me, I say that should be optional, whether you wanna work or not.
but I'd say optional if you wanna work, but I don't think
Yeah.
we'll pay for
No.
half a day.
No, if you don't take it off, because technically it's not a holiday.
Right.
And they already close it. Right now, you guys vote to take the vacation day or not, to close it or not, so.
Right now-
Or half a vacation.
Yeah, the county pays for half of the day.
Yeah.
We do get half that day off.
Yeah, let's just leave that the way that is.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
So basically, you're saying, well, you guys will get, we're looking at is, we're adding the June 10th, or June,
Juneteenth.
and the Columbus Day, correct? Is that like discussion I hear right now?
Mhm.
And then adding this thing back in here. that-
Yes, that. in
Well,
case-
it'll be different number, but that 14, but.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll just continue on here.
Yeah, keep going.
You wanna fix that?
Yeah,
Do you want me to fix it right now?
Yeah,
Yes,
take
please.
that out, take the Christmas and Thanksgiving one out.
Yeah.
That way if we go to approve it and get.
There we go, the half Christmas, there you go. Cause that was already in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you gonna do Juneteenth?
You know, it's a federal,
It's a
the,
federal.
century code states that we follow federal holidays. And Juneteenth is a federal holiday.
What is
That's a,
No idea.
it's the date of when the,
End of slavery?
Emancipation. End of slavery.
it doesn't,
Yeah, well, federal, or, yeah,
I understand.
federal and
Yeah.
states, we kind of,
We would like to add a longevity scale in here, but that will, we would like to do that and just add it into the employee manual so that we all know everything about that when it comes budget time and whatever. I don't have one at this point, but we would like to get that added and then just do an attachment at the end of the employee manual for that.
Like, what do you mean?
Longevity, so like if you've been here for 10 or 5 years, you get this pay increase. So you've been here for 10 years, you get this pay increase. You did that during budget season with Chrissy, you gave
Right.
her the longevity,
Yeah.
and then you
No.
do have that for the road department, so,
No, it makes sense.
yeah.
I prefer to hire and go off a matrix scale, with the longevity. It just makes things a lot easier than, because 4% across the board, 4% to somebody who makes $19 an hour is way different than 4% from somebody who's making $25 an hour. That one gets a 50-cent raise and this one gets a dollar something raise. You know what I mean? To me, it's kind of hard with that when you go on the matrix scale and do longevity of this person's been for so many years. It's a different raise. I like that. I am interested in the longevity part.
Yeah. Because like you said, they.
And then updating
the-
Wayne, I know that Wayne's department has that, so to update that to, perhaps use his scale for all of us.
Percentage increase is a bad deal.
Huh?
was that?
Percentage increase is a bad deal.
It's hard. It's really hard. Yep. I had a question on insurance-wise and benefits.
You getting to that, right, Sam?
Mm-mm.
No?
No,
I-
okay, that's all that we had.
I would
Yes.
like to look at insurance benefits to start at 30 hours a week instead of 24. If we can call and
I-
ask her on that. Just give her an email and ask her on if we can change our insurance qualifications from 24 hours a week to 30.
So,
Meaning you have to work 30 hours a week in order to qualify for benefits.
So instead of working 4 days a week, you work 3 days a week at least.
Yeah, because right now it's like 24 hours a week and you get a portion of the benefits, I guess, paid, but,
We have to offer it, yep.
yeah, so it, yeah. And the state guidelines is 30 hours for sure. So I wonder if we can switch ours to follow states for 30 hours a week. If we're 30 hours a week in order to do qualify for benefits.
I will ask.
I think that'll help other departments to be able to put some hours in without having to tap into the benefit side. You know, so we have to work from hours and.
It'd make it easier for getting employees on some of the stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
No, especially probably, I don't know how some of the other departments, but I know you have trouble with employees sometimes, don't you?
Okay, so are we making motions on some of these then? Now that we've
If you
reviewed
would
them
like
all?
to do it by, as a whole,
Paul, here's the
or-
background checks, that's right.
Would you like to talk about that now?
Yeah,
During
let's-
this?
let's
Okay.
do that,
Okay,
yeah.
so in your packet, I
saw that.
did call it's called AccuSource. And this is the same company that Nelson County uses. And they only go back 7 years. They don't go back the 10
Okay.
that you guys had. So I don't know if just some changes possibly. And then depends on what you would like to do. On page 27, there's 2 packages. One is without motor vehicle records and one is with motor vehicle records. Right now you don't have that up there. So I assume that you would like to do that that first package. But the problem is I don't know how much this is going to cost because it depends on which states these employees have lived in. Because on page 29,
Yep.
each within the state, there's different counties that charge for their records. You know, I mean, if we're in Montana, in one of those other ones, it's $31 for one of those counties to just access their records. So there's that too.
Right. We don't have very many, we don't have very many that we have to go very back, right?
Yep.
Different states and such, but
Right.
it does cost more when you have to tap into other states.
Well, you'd be surprised.
So what if they're dishonest about where they've been? I mean, you laugh, but
I know.
that could happen.
Oh, yeah.
So what if someone says, "Yeah, I didn't."
Well, not
live
only
in
that,
Dakota my entire life.
Our state is growing fast. Our population had a huge increase
There's
last
many
couple
people
of
that are
years.
around this area that we don't know, that aren't from here. So, I mean, I don't know. You laugh and don't think that you need to do it, but what if you have someone that comes that's dishonest and they say, "Well, I only lived in North Dakota my entire life." They don't have a North Dakota record. What if they came from California and they were chainsaw murderer? Anyway,
Right.
Not wrong. I mean, so when funding these background checks,
Well, here it says that it does nation warrants and wants.
What page you on?
Nationwide, on page 27, where she says what the package all includes.
National wants and wants.
That's not really,
National,
but that's not someoone's background though. That's just
yeah,
if they got a warrant
if
out
they're
for-
wanted,
but that's also
I
not
don't really
driving
mean-
either, because that wouldn't pop up in the driving record either, would it?
right?
And the question I have is, these background checks, does it depend on the department, and the department's paying for this, or is it coming out of the general
It
fund?
would come out of the general fund, I assume.
Okay. I mean,
And then I did get together with Sheriff Michaelis and State's Attorney Tennyson about, their thoughts on all of this about, like the sheriff's office, they do background checks. Would we have them go through this? Probably not, NDSU, they do a background check for theirs. Would we have them do ours? I mean, totally up to you. There's, I think the recorders or the clerk of court's office, you do a background check as well, Kelly?
Odyssey, you have to do a background check for Odyssey.
Because I know like Annie she's been background checked for certain programs. Would she have to do this? Probably not. Like I
But
don't.
that's after employment. So pre-employment, I think everybody has to go through a background check, that's.
But
my
like
opinion.
right now, like
Oh,
with
no.
your current employees, you know,
No.
like what are we doing current employees? Or do you want this just to start now?
That is the question.
Because right now,
Can we put a deal in there that's,
Well,
I mean-
I guess here's my position.
Yeah.
I think that current employees should have to, with the exception of the employees who have already gone through background checks. Annie's gone through a background check. I think whoever's worked for extension, whoever's worked for the sheriff's department's gone through background check. But if we're gonna do it for current employees, I think, for future employees, I think we have to do it for current employees too, because what's the use if we have things that are gonna prohibit people from starting employment with us? Why should people that are employed with us get to have that same issue?
Sure. The ones that currently have not had a background check them.
still go through this company the 7 years back, not the 10. Do that first package.
I say we put driving on there, because we hire somebody and all of a sudden you don't catch, or they have a driving offense on there that we don't catch, well, something happens, the county can be held liable.
Well, if they're not gonna drive our vehicles, I don't think they need to.
But the road department all.
Well, the road department,
Yeah,
yes,
does.
And the
they
sheriff's.
do.
What kind of background check do you
Yeah,
do?
what do you do, Wayne?
Yeah, we just do a basic background check. We don't do the driver's record, which we should.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if you could do that. How far can you?
Well, it should go back 3 years, unless you have a DUI, then you go back 7 years.
Because I had an employee at one time that had an infraction. Of course, was never reported till he quit, and then we found out that he didn't have a CDL license anymore. And he was,
Oh, and that would have been major if you would have.
Yeah.
he was driving a truck.
So those who drive county equipment should do the package plus MVR.
I think we should,
would-
I would include the driving regardless they're employed or
What about-
not, because they could still wind up driving a county vehicle, even to run uptown to do errands, and if they get even if they get no small fender bend or something can.
I
pop
don't
up.
disagree with that, because if someone has a suspended license and we send them off someplace, that's not a good deal.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
So we're gonna do package number 2,
With the MVR, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
and we're going
Is
back
there a
7
way-
years.
Not
Go
to
ahead.
interrupt you, but is there
Yeah.
a way, like on Wayne's down where we got someone driving, that we can pull like a yearly check on there, you know? Like
There-
my driver that runs for me.
Right down
he-
here, this package, MVR only package, motor vehicle records, one state driver's license search. They have that too.
My driver, he's checked every year, and I get they do a full check on him, his record, and anything that's happened.
I can
We
check on
have,
my
we have
insurance
drug and
companies.
alcohol tests,
Yeah, we do that.
for the CDL drivers.
Oh, yeah.
What was that, Wayne? I missed that.
Drug
We
and
have drug and
alcohol.
alcohol tests,
Yeah.
random
Right.
tests.
Yeah.
I'm
You
actually
guys
kind
got
of
some
surprised that
physicals
we don't
too,
have to
every
list our
2 years.
driver,
You don't have to have
our
physicals.
operators and
Or-
vehicles with their insurance, because mine,
If you're
every year when my
driving commercial,
insurance
Chief
renews,
does, he's-
my farm insurance
then I'm
and
like-
They ask.
my vehicle insurance, I get a LexisNexis report that they've checked my driving record.
Right.
All of
You
my
said it's
staff,
not.
our drivers are on my insurance, a list of them, and with their driver's license, and they run theirs too.
I don't know how,
My drivers.
the insurance reserve fund
Well, they use
works,
a
but
type of-
I just
we
think
should.
I think it'd be just a real safe policy to have, to keep, like in that situation there, if there would've been an accident with a school bus or something on a county road.
Or not only that, I mean, like you said, the yearly one, especially CDL, is kind of important, because who's to say they don't go in another state and something happens and we don't catch it? So, because I don't know how well stuff carries back and forth now, but I know it used to never, the neighboring states had better communication, but I don't know if like something California, let's say they go to California, something happens, they come back home, nope, I'm good to go, they would completely lie about it, and then something happens, and
Mhm.
Okay, so
So do you want to do the second package and then do a yearly motor vehicle package for all employees? All employees?
I think anybody that just like drives.
Drives vehicles.
Okay. So you
Yeah.
want to put that in there?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. which is only what, 6 or 7? Right, Wayne?
791. Oh.
Means how many employees?
Yeah.
How many employees to drive vehicles? 6, 7, Wayne?
Yeah, they don't all have CDL licenses,
Yeah.
and so they're not checked. Jeff Johnson isn't checked, and I'm not checked.
Yeah. Ooh. Ooh.
I'm gonna start driving my own vehicle.
I just worry that.
It's in the employee manual that you're supposed to let the auditor's office know that you got a speeding ticket. Just so you know.
There's no enforcement to that. I mean, if somebody has an accident in the other part of the state, how do you find out about that?
Exactly.
Without
Right.
having a check.
Right?
Yeah.
Unless they're driving a if they were driving
Yeah.
a county vehicle, you'd find out, wouldn't you?
Right, but I mean, if they were to go out and get
Oh,
roll over a vehicle with
Yeah.
a DUI and not tell you.
tell you about it,
If
yeah.
you're driving a county vehicle and you have an accident, you have to report it. And you have to report it to the risk manager, and they've got to have a blood and alcohol test.
Test.
They go right to the
Yeah.
doctor's office at that point. Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
You guys do urine testing?
They do urine or breath.
Yeah.
Usually urine.
You know, a lot of insurance, like our company insurance, if you get into an accident, whether it's your fault or not, but you have to
Yep,
say urine test right away, no questions asked.
so it is here.
Okay,
Okay.
so I'll get that switched up there. Then the other one was the vested going down to 5.
Okay.
And then it was the vacation benefit
Yeah,
table.
that's a lot better.
Just a little bit.
And then the vacation days.
Okay.
Yes.
Anything else?
And then your longevity,
And then longevity,
At the
yeah.
bottom.
which is understandable. And that's basically all those raises and everything would all be up to the departments and what they would want to do, correct?
Well, I think it should be,
Because, I mean, do we, should we put a note in there up to departments or so much per, after so many years? Do we
I think
have
it
to-
needs to be, I think the table needs to be built and then
Yeah,
approve on the table. Does that make sense? So there isn't one built yet, put together yet, so that one we can come back to the longevity once that one's finalized. But we all are interested in having a longevity table.
yeah.
So
Yeah, that'd be best, because I just, one, I don't wanna cause, problems, but two, at the same time, we can't just say, after 5 years, we're gonna give you a raise. Well,
but I'd like to get
that's a
this,
very vague statement, you know?
I'd like to get the longevity scale put into place before budget time, so that it's not
Yes,
during
yeah,
budget
I
time
agree
when
with you,
we're
yes, that's fine.
scrambling and.
correct.
Yep. Okay. So, everybody's in kind of agreement on what we have on the table here, what we've
Yep.
done so far? Okay, you want a motion on this, right, Sam?
Yes, please.
Okay, yep.
And then, to kind of put it in so that we will review this employee manual on a yearly basis for the year, so
Mhm.
that then the employees can, that it's stuck in place for the time being. So then this would go for 2025, and then we'll
Look at
review
it
it
again
again
a
the
year
end
from
of
now.
December.
I'd
Okay.
still like to check out, can we check the insurance portion out for me?
Yep, I have a note for that.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the adjustments on the employee manual
And you can put a yearly
for 2025.
5. And then have a yearly review at the end of the year in December again, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Do we have a second for that?
I'll second it.
Second for Avriel. Any discussion, guys? Any discussion? Any discussion? We don't have voice vote in this, do we? No.
No.
No. No. No.
No, it's.
No, it's just that. So, all in favor of approving the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Same sign, say no. Motion carried. Thank you.
Joan gave a really good table that they use at their county. I think, did I send that to you?
No, but I think
Okay.
Kelly's got
Kelly,
it.
do you have that? I think that's a good, that's a really good longevity. Yes, same, but I think they have the same
I have another
style.
question.
Yeah.
Is this posted on our website?
No, not yet. But our website or our new website is up, by the way.
Okay.
It is, yeah, I saw
So
it.
can we put this on the website? Because for two reasons. One, so the taxpayers can see it and they know. And two, instead of saying, well, go to the office, get the employee manual, or go type, when they could just look it up online.
We can do that.
Okay.
Is there any part of it that's?
I don't know if I post my employee manuals for the public.
But this is a public entity. We're a government
It's open
entity.
records.
Open
Yeah, I
records,
suppose.
yeah.
That's true. Okay.
So we already discussed background checks already, correct, guys?
Yeah.
So we'll just keep
Okay.
going.
I'll just get with AccuSource and get that rolling
Okay.
here.
Okay.
So thank you for clarifying all of that. for
No
me.
problem. Next big thing, 2025 regular meeting schedule. Okay, how we want to do this, guys?
We have on the back of your packet,
Yep. Like
is your
back page.
Fridays at 1 p.m. Now that we have the new system coming, is there a way that we would be able to switch it, not on a Friday? Wayne will not be able to attend when they go to, not Fridays. Totally up to you.
Cool. We do it. I'd like to do it mornings.
Yeah.
What was
Friday
wrong
morning?
with Mondays?
Well,
Huh?
What was wrong with Mondays?
because he can't, he's not sure. if he
No,
do-
Mondays I can do it. Mondays work
Monday
best for me.
mornings or Friday afternoons
I'd
work
say, I'd
best.
say Monday mornings. Keep it where we're at, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's what and I know we got the new system, and I know it's gonna be better, but the best is to be present, you know. And it could get better with the new system until I hear it. Right now, it's really hard.
Yeah.
My only request is, can we get our agendas on Thursday if it's gonna be Monday, so that way on Friday, if I have any questions or anything, I can make calls.
And you've done
or-
it before. You've put them on a day before.
If I'm gone on that Friday,
Correct.
I will
Can
send
you
it
just, can you send them out Thursdays instead of Fridays?
out.
Because then that way I can, it's just hard when you receive these Friday at 4:00 that you
Right.
can't make any phone calls to anybody or follow up.
Absolutely.
Or, you know, it's,
And then if we make an adjustment, we can just send out another email on it? Or is that just too much work?
but.
I don't wanna
that's-
overload you,
Well,
I'm just
no, I'm
curious.
just trying to think, okay, so we have the bills in by, Wednesday mornings, or Thursday afternoons, so that then we can get all your stuff, and I can set it out on Fridays. That's the only thing, so that you might not have all the bills in, but
Well, and then, yeah, if we don't have
yeah,
all
I
the bills,
c-
and then. these
we can
people-
adjust that so that you guys get it on Thursday afternoons. And then, but I'll just have to make it a cutoff that, we can't add anything after, or, from anybody else, like to request to get on or anything like that would be on a cutoff of Thursday morning.
Right.
And usually, I always try to, for the agenda, I usually try to poke my head in the door and see what it is ahead of time before she puts it out. At least I try to. Doesn't always work that way, right, Sam?
No, that's
You're good.
Anyway,
So all these are gonna change in all these days?
Mondays work the best for me.
no, I know that, Rod. I understand. No, I know it's.
I think Mondays is better.
I'm flexible with what works with you guys.
Yeah.
It always makes a long weekend for you, so.
Ooh, chops.
I'm kidding.
I just hate doing afternoons, and especially end of the week. I mean, Mondays are tough for me too, but Monday morning is best because I can get on my work schedule. And then it's just a scheduled deal every 2 weeks for
Yeah.
me. It just makes it a lot easier. Then if I'm not stuck on a call, and I can make it, it's a lot easier for me that way too.
Yeah.
Lauren, what do you think?
Monday works fine with me. 'Cause I don't care, because I'm retired.
You're retired, I know. I knew
Come
that was-
on now,
I know-
don't
I
spit
know
that in
was-
our face.
I know that was coming.
No, I just mean, no,
I know,
I
we're
don't
just-
like Friday
I-
afternoon necessarily, but
Yeah, so.
I'd do whatever you want.
Then we get to see your smiling face right away to start off our week.
Oh, you would like that, wouldn't you?
Yep.
Make a good week.
Okay.
Make a good week on it.
My week was good. I got to see Lauren today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say let's stick with what we have.
You
I
want
mean,
Monday
I
mornings at 9:30.
Yeah, I mean, is there any way we can make it 9s?
Ugh.
She doesn't like that.
Okay.
Good luck.
Then we'll keep it at
You're- you're
9:30.
pushing-
Just help me a little.
You're pushing your luck there.
I know. I get it. That's fine.
Like for me, of course, I'm a farmer, so I'm pretty flexible. But mornings are always best for me, you know. The thing is for me in the afternoon is, it's even harvest time, it's always, you know, I hate to shut the combine down for 3 hours to come in, I'm going, yeah. So that's my issue, but mornings are always the best, so. So anyway, what do you guys, so I think the consensus is keep it at Monday at 9:30.
That would be the best for me.
Okay, the way, you know, I usually we need a motion for this, do we not?
I'll make a motion.
I
to
do
leave-
need a motion
Yeah.
today since we
Yeah,
are.
I'll
yeah.
make a motion to leave it at Monday mornings at 9:30.
Okay, Lauren makes motion to keep for Monday morning at 9:30 every 2 weeks for the county commission meetings. Do we have a second?
Second.
Averill seconds it. Okay, any discussion? Oh, you
Now
need-
Sam's gotta go through and remake her schedule.
No, yeah,
What's the
okay.
first day then you start?
So January 6th will be your first meeting.
Good. Any discussion? Any more discussion? One more time. Any more discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Thank you, guys. So we have old courthouse, new courthouse.
I have nothing.
Anybody got anything?
No.
Yeah. This is always on the agenda, Lauren. Old courthouse, new courthouse. It's always there. Usually not much to report, but just the way it is. You know. It's kind of one of those, how do you put it, white elephants? You
On
know?
both sides.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, yeah. Anyway. Future business, guys?
At your next meeting, you guys will do your, revote on your chairman, vice chairman, and your boards.
Right.
So that will be on your next agenda.
You guys can think of who wants to go and who wants to go on different, you know, like fair board, county, that kind of stuff, you know. Social service, you know, which is, yeah, okay. Look at that. I want to put county aid on it. You know, we need to look at that really hard this next year, guys. Right, Wayne?
Mhm.
We need to get it. You know.
Where are we at with grants and stuff? What is?
Well, I think that's one of the things since we voted for, we're gonna send in for a grant, right?
Yep.
So,
Paul's gonna try for a safety grant, because there is safety grants available, and that
Yep.
way, at least you'd be able to widen it out, make the slopes better. And maybe you'd be able to get the paving in there too. It's just,
Why do you need to widen it?
well, it's straight up and down, you know, on
Well,
the
no, I mean,
west end.
what you have, I'm just
Yeah, go ahead.
asking what you have for a normal road. Why would you want to widen just a couple spots?
Also, the east end should be raised up. If it's raised up 2 feet from where the gravel starts to just about the curb, the water keeps going up in that slough, it'll run out naturally. When you get it up so high, you can go on the Water Institute's website and get a map, and you can actually shows your elevations.
We're gonna run out,
Cursors. It'll run out towards Brant's,
but that's all.
along the railroad track, and then it'll go down the hill. Slough there right in the corner by the intersection.
Yeah, if you say so.
Yep, I've looked at it many, many times.
Well, anyway, that's where we need to look at that really hard and try to get something going this year on that. You know. Yeah, we have to look at that.
Especially since it's, like you said, like,
Yeah.
all the school bus goes on there and everything.
Yeah. And I drive school bus. How do you say that? Okay.
Well, I just meant, if it was paved, and you had the same pavement going from one end to the other, what I saw the highway department doing was sticking about $500 million of pushing dirt in sloughs all over North Dakota, just to widen them. And,
By McHenry.
huh?
I said that's what they did by McHenry, raised the.
Well, they did that years ago.
15 feet.
But going north, if you can go north of McHenry, where they pushed all that water, dirt into the sloughs. They did it up at Maxville, they did it
West
all.
of Renfield, we did it.
Yeah, I just mean,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we need to widen just those 2 spots.
but to get a grant, I think we'll have to. We're gonna have to follow the spec of the state.
I don't think there's a spec to widen. That's a safety issue. The state got safety money for pushing those water in the sloughs. It was a different program.
This project, we had to raise the road up. If you raise the road up, you can't have the slope straight up and down, so you've gotta go out.
Well, right now they're a little wider than they need to be anyhow.
A little bit, but.
Well,
We'll look at that.
We'll
later.
look at that. We'll put it on the agenda for right now and then.
And that'll
Go
be
from
something
there.
too when the grant and the engineers look at that too, that'll be up to their assessment.
Yeah, okay. Okay, let's just, yeah. Okay, anything else, guys, for the future business?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Oh, good deal. I have a motion to adjourn. Who second that?
I will second that.
Josh seconded. All in favor of adjournment, say aye.
Aye.
Same sign, say nay. Motion adjourned at
Unless Amber wants.
11:06 on December 30th, 2024.
You don't care.
Next meeting is January what?
January 6th.
January 6th at 9:30.
Oh, you want Rick?
Thank you. I'll call the meeting to order. December 30th, 2024, Griggs County regular meeting. Everybody stand for pledge of allegiance, please.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, roll call. Averill.
Here.
Ellison.
Here.
Zorn.
Here.
Edlin.
Here.
And Travis here. So, I need a motion to approve the agenda, but I'm going to add Amber Michaelis to it.
Okay, and then
Sure.
can we
What else
add,
do you want to add to?
can we add the MOUs for the COVID funds, or the ARPA COVID funds?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I just got those from Jamie
Okay.
this morning. So.
Okay, I'm going to use.
So move.
Do I have a second for that
I'll
motion?
second that.
Second by Zorn. All in favor?
Aye.
Same sign, negative. Motion carried. Okay, that's approved. I'm going to take a peek at the December 9th, 16th, and 2 16th meetings. That's right, we have 2 back-to-back. So 9th, 16th, and 16th. There's three of us, 3 minutes we have to approve. Everybody can take a peek at that, see what they think. Anyway.
I make a motion to approve the meeting minutes and dispense with the reading.
Motion from Edlin to approve the minutes of the 9th and the 2 meetings on the 16th. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Second by Averill. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Motion carried. Okay, bills. We have a whole bunch of bills to look at here, let's see. And we take a look at these two. And
This is the remainder of the bills
bill
for the year. Yep.
Correct.
Yep. And so then you'll see on the other side on page
Okay,
on the back or on page 10,
Okay.
the bills are continued. It doesn't stop. So then you continue on because that is to pay off the credit cards for the for the year. So
Yeah.
to get it to come, whatever. So
Yeah.
that's how.
okay.
Office experts. If you will look at page 8,
Okay.
there's one for office experts for $2,950.
Yep, go ahead.
I would like to request to amend my budget. I didn't have a deputy for a few months, so I do have funds within my budget to use. I would like to use that for new furniture in here. It would be a new table that would free up, actually use this space, and it would make the microphones kind of pick up better and everything like that. So I would get a new table in here that would then be good for jury trials and everything like that. And then 2 pieces of furniture for my office as well. So
Do you have a picture of it, Sam?
I don't. I don't.
It's just a regular U-shaped desk then?
Yeah,
Or-
it's
It's a boat. It's called a boat. So
yeah.
it goes. It's
It's a
straight
long
down.
table that goes wider in the middle, so
Yeah.
you have and then narrow on the ends. So
supposed
it's
to
like a big conference table is what it is.
And it's 14. It's 14 feet long. So it would be set up really nice in here. Travis is gonna move this TV, I think, to this back wall, and then there's gonna be another one. I don't know, but it sounds like it would be
a better setup for the system that we want to do.
And
for,
then you wouldn't be hitting the people behind you too, where we'd be
and
more.
you said this is in our budget to do it, or?
In her budget.
Yeah,
in your
it would be
In her
within my
budget.
department.
Yeah, that's fine.
So just to amend it to use the deputy auditor salary, move it into my supplies and then.
Go ahead, Ron.
How much is the table and the chairs?
Well, the table and then the two pieces of furniture for my office is $2,950.
And how much do you have in yours?
I have an overage of about 5,000.
I'll make a motion to approve the invoices.
Do I have one last question? I see we have $100,000 for the gravel. Is that what it is from the road department? That's the gravel paying off Gilbertson's?
Yes.
Okay. We did it every year, don't we? Okay.
Well, sometimes.
Sometimes.
During the year,
Okay.
Sometimes the end of the
you
year.
want to keep it towards.
Yeah, that's fine. So, okay. On that one, 'cause that's in the budget, so, okay. Any other questions on the bills here, guys?
So the amendment to approve it, do we approve it with Sam, or are we gonna do it as a separate line item?
I don't think you have to.
If you approve it in here, it will just go.
Yeah, okay.
It'll,
I'll second the motion.
Okay. Second by Avriel to approve the budget with, or the bills with the amendment from Sam.
it's as presented.
As presented in that one, so.
Yep.
I'll do a voice vote in this one.
Is that
Go ahead, Lauren.
the 27th budget or the previous one?
It's on the budget from.
Our current
the
budget.
Current budget.
2024's.
2024 budget.
It's in there.
So basically, you just want the approval to put it in here, so you can order everything. and-
Correct.
It's in there.
It's in there.
So if you approve the bills, you've approved that purchase.
Okay. That's this budget?
No, that is the,
So on page, yep.
that's okay, Lauren, go ahead.
Good. So
It's-
No,
on,
it's fine.
on page 8,
Yeah,
there is a.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yep,
Yep.
and it's office expert. So then that is
No, that's fine. I understand everything about that.
Yep. So then that's coming out of my budget for
Yeah.
this year.
But are you trying to approve this budget?
no,
these are
these are the bills.
These are the
These are the
bills.
bills for the
Yeah,
end of the year.
that's what we're trying to approve?
Yes, the bills.
Well, I'm just
Yeah.
making sure I
So-
know what you were.
What we usually do, Lauren, is on the, she's got the excess in her budget, you
Yeah,
know?
no.
So we usually leave it to discretion of the departments to do what they want with that money.
No, I understand
Yeah,
all of
yeah,
that. I was
so-
just wondering if I said yes to something, what I was saying yes.
Yes. Now we're going on a vacation. I'm just kidding.
I need a new house.
I thought about that, but let's let that one go. Anyway, so okay, we got everybody. So we always do this with money. Always do voice votes. So, Avriel,
Aye.
Ellison,
I,
Zorn,
Aye.
Edlin,
Aye.
and Tremblay votes aye. Okay, motion approved. So,
Sorry, just. Okay.
okay, looks like you're up, Mr. Wayne.
We have a short form agreement between owner and engineer for the Hannaford 2126 project.
Okay,
And Paul from KLJ Engineering is here to present that.
Sounds good.
go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, so it's just a standard form agreement that we have for all of our engineering services, and then attached to that is our 4-page scope of work. Basically, this is, we did the pavement design, came back with a 1-inch mill, 4-inch overlay to get out to the elevator for that 1 mile, west of Hannaford, and then in town, it would be 12 inches of base with 5 inches of asphalt, with fibers in it for both, just to thin it up a little bit, and keep the costs down. So we did the pavement design to figure out whether or not we needed to widen the grade going west of town. And I think we can get it done within the inslope, so.
sorry.
We maybe have to use millings to fill in the shoulders a little bit and then be able to pave over it. So this is the rest of the design fee to get the plans put together and get everything out for bids. Depending on how long BNSF takes to get back to us for the property they have in town, We're hoping to bid it in April. We'd actually be doing the survey here potentially even this week. The state has to, since it's all 100% state funds for this project that we got the grant for, they have to concur in the award, but since we don't, meet every week, I guess we'd like, if you guys would consider, I guess, approving the agreement contingent on the DOT's review, like you wouldn't actually sign it until they give their concurrence.
So this is just for us approval to basically go out for the bids, is basically what it is.
No, this would be just to approve our engineering agreement so we can get started on, or, continue on with the plan
Project.
development and survey and all that. And getting coordinating with the Army Corps and the BNSF would be the kind of the main agencies we have to deal with. But I don't think that we'll have any wetland impacts or anything like that. So we still have to go through the process though. We'd have time to construct easements in town as well for any of the sidewalk work, which we plan on replacing most of the sidewalk along the road, just on one side of the road, but then it hops across the other side.
Why would you do that?
What's that?
Tear up the sidewalk.
That's in really poor condition.
The city's covering that though, if anything, right?
No, it's part of the grant. I
see what
included,
you're saying.
we'd
Okay.
included it in the grant application that we were gonna do that. And we were gonna try and salvage most of the curb, but with taking all the asphalt and the whole full pavement section out next to it, it's kinda tough to do that, to salvage it. So we'll look at costs either way and decide whether or not to save that or not. I know some of the ADA ramps have been replaced, and they don't look too bad, and we hadn't scoped those in, but we did scope time in just to checking those and making sure that they're either good or replacing them. I'm suspecting it's probably gonna be easier on the contractor to replace it all rather than trying to salvage piecemeal and, leave some 20-year-old curb in and then have new for the rest of it. So we did scope that in as well.
Is that along the one side across the, go on the road going west, all the ways, the whole length, or in town there? Or
Yeah,
what?
in Griggs County
On the-
26.
on the
Bridge
north?
Avenue.
Yeah, on the north road, on the north side there, all the way across, or where would that sidewalk be that you're tearing out to redo?
So I think it starts on the west end, it's on the north side of the road, where there's some existing sidewalk, then you jump across, so I think about 2 blocks in, and then the rest of it would be on the south side.
Okay,
And some of that sidewalk isn't too bad. If we could save some, we probably would, but since it's 100% state funded, I guess it would be kind of, if it's in the budget to replace it all with the project, you'd probably end up with a better product if we just wipe it all out, but
so 2 blocks on the north, majority on the south though.
I think that's what it was.
Okay.
It might be a block, it might be mid-block, actually, I'm not 100% sure.
Cause I know there's a bunch of sidewalks on the north and the south, so that's what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
But especially on the, like you start on the way east side, the stuff on the south is old. And you get further out west, the stuff on the north side is old. It's
Yeah,
old
well, and
sidewalk.
we're only gonna leave sidewalk on one side of the road, just so you don't have people
Yeah,
crossing back
no,
and forth.
that's fine. That's understandable.
That's kind of I guess what we've gone to for most of the projects is you don't wanna have, there's not a good reason to have sidewalks on both sides. for
That's
pedestrian traffic, you'd have
that's
better.
understandable, that's fine, so. I don't think we're gonna whole lot of complaints with that, I just wanna make sure I know which ones they were.
Yeah, and there is some sidewalk at where we're replacing it, there is some sidewalk there now. But and that timeline is dependent. I'm a little worried about
BNSF?
BNSF getting back to us.
Yeah.
I did see that, because they've got that building right in town there. I thought I saw a deed, I was just browsing through, entering the reports.
Next to the post office there.
Yeah, it looked like that, is that still theirs?
Yeah.
Okay, looked like there was some
Although
of
it's
their property.
they own, I think actually even more than, cause that's the post office and fire department, I'll be honest with you, I think part of that fire department is sitting on their property.
Oh, yeah, and the project wouldn't.
No,
affect
I
that,
know, but I'm just saying,
yeah.
that's how far out it goes, they got quite a sure.
quite a reach on their property coming out, so.
Yep. And then we had scoped in replacing, there's kind of the only drainage structures looks like is there's two inlets, one on each side of the road, and then there's like a pipe that comes underneath, and those inlets must drop into the pipe and it keeps going north. Close to Highway 1. So we did include that in there too. Sizing those pipes, that's the hydraulic analysis part of it.
That's right.
Just to update Lauren a little bit, this was
Yeah.
a grant application we applied for, through KLJ, did a lot of the estimating. And we were awarded the contract with a zero cost for Griggs County.
It's to basically rip up from where Highway 1
Number 1.
meets 26, that goes all the way up to Elevator. They're gonna tear all that up and replace all that, grind it down, replace it.
How long is that
Yeah.
stretch?
Yeah.
How long is
About,
that?
what'd you say, mile?
It's 1.34 miles total. A mile of it is rural out to the elevator, and that's gonna be a mill and overlay, so we're not gonna tear all of it up, just
Okay.
mill an inch off, put 4 back with
Okay.
fibers.
An estimated cost is gonna be what?
I think it was 2 million something for
For a
total,
mile?
or 3. But that's redoing the urban stuff in town, and that's dependent on contractor bids. I mean, it's.
Yeah, no, I know how contractors do.
And the road needs a lot of attention because it's been built up, it needs to be fixed, it needs to be modified, and there's a lot of semis all on that road, so.
And after this
Right, and this
project
is-
is finished, it'll be 105.5 allowed on that road out to the fertilizer plant.
Yeah, and that is the truck route through town, and that's basically why it was, I believe why it was funded. And we did talk to the elevator about their projected truck counts too, and that's what drove that thick overlay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a pretty beefy, I mean, it's
Overlay.
almost reconstructing it, so that's basically where that project's at.
So, my question on that is, and maybe you can answer it or not, but, so where the pavement meets all the gravel roads in town, or all the streets or whatever else, there's always a dip there. I think that gets worse once every year, they gotta go back to it. A lot of that can be evened off, or is that all the city end that they have to figure out?
That would be part of the project. We put valley gutters in at those connections.
Okay.
And then gravel, do some improvement to the gravel going out, just a
Okay.
little bit, like a few feet.
Yeah, no, that's fine, cause it just gets to be bad dip there. Every year, it's I mean, especially that small car, people are bottoming out right in those dips, so I just wanted to see if that was included or
Yeah.
part of it or what.
Then we figured valley gutters into those crossings.
Okay.
And then you'd have concrete for the sidewalk. Well, actually, let's see, you'd have the valley gutter for in the curb line, and then you'd have, pavement across those intersections
Okay.
where the sidewalks cross.
Okay.
And then it would be gravel, if it's a gravel road, it'd be gravel beyond that. And that would be the other advantage to tearing out the curb, is that you'd have more flexibility in those grades to flatten it out, to make it
Okay.
smoother at those transitions.
Good.
Do we need a motion to approve this, or?
I guess the motion would be to approve it.
The contract.
Contingent on NDDOT concurrence, since they're the ones funding it, and they haven't reviewed it yet, unless I got an email in the last 15 minutes from them, but
Okay.
I'll check here.
So basically, make a motion to approve the contract pending on DOT.
Yeah, that would
There's
be,
no cost to the county.
Yeah.
right, and it would actually, you actually submit for reimbursement on these, when invoices come in, then you'll submit it to the state, then they'll pay the county back.
Mhm.
And, I mean, a lot of the times, I think the counties probably hold the check until they get the reimbursement, just to make things easier, but it is based on reimbursement.
Okay.
And the county already has their contract, the overall contract for, I think it goes over 3 million, actually, 3,087,000 or something like that with the state. And this would be underneath, like, basically a subcontract underneath that.
Yeah.
And like you said, all of it, 100% paid for by the grant.
So, yeah.
Well, I have a motion for Averill to do that. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Steph seconds it. Any discussion?
question.
Go ahead. Section.
That's at no cost to the county, correct?
Mhm.
Correct.
Shouldn't that be in the motion?
Well,
It's already in the contract.
It's already in the contract,
Contract.
saying it's 100%, it's a grant, 100%. Now we're just waiting, this is just so we can send it for the contract and then get bids and have 100% DOT approval.
Well, I'm just saying, shouldn't we put that in the motion? Can we add that to the motion?
I
At no
mean,
cost
we
to the
could,
county?
but I think it's all, like you said, it's all in the contract anyways, ain't it?
Yeah, it wouldn't conflict to say it, I guess, it doesn't matter. It's under the 100% DOT grant for project FXS 2026-059.
Okay.
I'd like to add a motion there, at no cost to the county, to add to the original motion, if that can be done, I don't know.
We would have to probably, can we amend my
We
motion?
got it. Can we?
We could kill my motion
We
and
can-
then we could add that.
Yeah.
Or you can-
Well, we've already a second from
You
Steph
can-
already.
You can amend it.
Can we
Yeah.
amend
Yeah,
it?
you can
We can amend
amend
it
it.
still. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's-
You want to amend your motion then, Josh?
You can amend it.
I make the motion to amend my first motion to add 100% state coverage, I guess. would be-
Funded.
State funded to my original motion.
And we have a second from Steph already,
Yep.
or Edlin, on that
Or
one, so.
just do you second the?
Oh,
Yeah,
second,
you
second.
have to second mine.
Yes, you have to second that
You have to
again.
Also-
vote on the motion.
I'll still second it.
So, any more discussion? Any more discussion? One last time, any more discussion? Okay, I'll call. We're gonna do a voice vote in this because money or not?
Yes.
Well, you have
Yes.
to vote on the amendment first,
Yeah,
and then you have to vote on the motion as
No.
amended.
so you wanna go
So
on
we
the-
have to vote to approve the amendment,
Amend it.
and then we vote to approve the,
Right,
okay.
so we'll take it, the first vote will be a vote on the amendment, correct?
right.
Okay. So I'll call for a voice vote. Avriel,
Aye.
Ellison,
Aye.
Zorn, aye. Sorry. Edlin,
Aye.
Charlie votes aye. Okay. Second thing we need to do is on the, help me out a second, guys, here.
Vote on the motion.
Vote on
the
the
motion.
vote on the motion itself, okay? So, we're gonna do the same thing over again. Avriel,
Aye.
Aye.
Ellison, aye. Zorn,
Aye.
Edlin,
Aye.
Charlie votes aye. Okay, motion carried. Okay,
All right,
we
thank
okay
you,
now?
guys. Yep.
A little confusing.
Guys.
Yeah.
One other thing for roads, I guess,
Yeah.
is we were gonna, I think you already made the motion a couple meetings ago maybe to apply for the special road fund grant for Red Road.
I
Did we
don't
do that?
Did we?
Can't
I
remember.
remember it was discussed, but.
Oh, I don't know.
Are we also gonna look into that County Road 8, since we've been talking about
Oh,
that
and the
for?
HSIP grant for that, right, highway
Yeah.
safety.
Yep.
I think that's maybe we talked about, I think that's one last road we talked about.
We,
was County
we
Road
did
8.
talk about,
We talked about the Red Willow.
yeah,
We did, that's
Yeah.
right.
when, yeah.
I don't know if you guys had moved to apply for those grants or not. They're due tomorrow.
But I think we did apply, I think we did move to apply that Red Willow one, did we not, Wayne?
I
I think we approved it.
can swear.
I'm
Well, you know
almost,
what, if we can do it again,
I'm almost sure we did.
I make a
think we
motion
should do
to,
a motion anyways.
I think we did approve it though originally. Can you look back, Sam? She's looking.
Yeah,
When
yeah, and
did
the
you do
reason
that?
to make that motion would be because that one is capped at $300,000.
That's
state
right.
funds. So you would be committing the county to the balance of it.
Balance of it, correct.
And the highway safety improvement funds, if we apply through that program for County Road 8, but that does have a 10% county match.
Mhm.
Okay.
And the engineering would be 100% local for both of those. It's just the construction that we covered.
God, I'm almost sure we did on that. I'm almost.
Was it done on the 9th then, or what?
No, it was
We're talking
before-
about
it
County
was-
Road 8, applying, trying to apply for that one.
I think that might have been one that I listened to the recording of. I don't know if it was here.
It was quite a while ago.
It's been a while. I know it's been a
It's
while.
been a couple months. I think.
Been 2 months, 3 months at
Oh,
least.
at
on that.
least, yeah.
At least that long.
Yeah.
Memories get fuzzy.
And I don't know if the funding part of it was discussed.
It was.
It was,
I remember the 300,000. I remember that
Yeah.
part. And you had a deadline at the end of the year. I remember that much.
Okay, yeah, sounds good.
Because even, yeah.
And we'll put the grant together, the application together, with no cost to the county, but.
Should we? suppose can we go back in the minutes and look, come back to the subject, I suppose? Sam, can you go back?
Mhm.
While we,
How far do you want me to go back?
I'd go back at least within the next last
Yeah.
2 months.
It was right after John left.
I think it was at least 4 months.
Yeah, I don't think it was quite that long. Was it?
I wanna say, I think we really started looking into it or seeing what we could do after we had this fiasco with County Road 8.
Yeah, right. That was, oh, that was in like,
That was September.
yeah, it was September.
That was
Because
September.
I
I was
remember
thinking
talking to,
September.
so it would have been after that.
Does it hurt to do it again?
I don't know, Jamie?
Could we re-motion a previous
That's
motion?
fine. I mean, if no one recalls if it was done, I mean,
I
that's fine. I mean, it's just,
almost sure we did.
it's just repetitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it was clarified that the upfront design costs would be 100% county
Yeah.
for both of those.
But all we're doing right now is
Then we're just applying for the
basically,
grant.
yeah, applying for a grant. We're
Okay.
not spending any money.
That's true, that's true.
Because basically, we apply for the grant, see what we can,
Mhm.
and then basically see what our cost is on top of that afterwards. Correct?
Yeah, I mean, we would put costs for that in the grant application and, we show the local match, I think, so.
Okay.
I mean, you'd have I think part of that would be us giving an idea, ballpark anyway.
Okay.
And then you guys can either have us do it or you can put it out for, an RFP up for design services for those projects, if you do get funded.
So we just have him draw one up and send it out
Mm-hmm.
for the cost, and especially like you said, he'll do it free of charge, and then you can.
Yeah, we'll get the grant applications in.
Yeah. And then that way it's taken care of, we don't have to worry about it. And then, when you get approval back or whatever else, you can give us an idea what it's gonna cost us from there, correct?
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay. And then we can vote whether we can go ahead from there or not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you don't have any cost to put the grant together, and if you choose not to accept it, you don't have to move forward with it.
Okay.
So it'll just go down the next in line.
Well, I'll make that motion for both the Red Willow Lake Road and County Road 8.
Okay. Motion from Avriel. Do we have a second for this?
To apply,
To
okay,
apply.
to apply
To
for
apply.
the grant.
To apply.
Just to apply for the grant.
Okay.
I'll
Do we have a second? Okay, second by Zorn. Any discussion, guys? Any discussion? One more time. Any discussion? Okay, I'll do a voice vote, I suppose, in this, right? We don't, yeah. So I'll do another voice vote. Avriel,
Aye.
Ellison,
Aye.
Zorn,
Aye.
Edlin,
Aye.
and Chandra votes aye. So, motion carried. So, okay.
All right, thanks, we'll get those submitted.
Hey, thanks, Paul. Anything else, guys, over there from Wayne or Paul? Anything else on the thing? Okay.
The
Okay.
truck looks pretty sweet.
Let's put, Amber went too.
She's in the bathroom.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna have her next on this, forget the employee manual on that one.
I thought you don't do the ARPA stuff.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we can discuss that.
Sure.
Let's
I
bet-
have
Ben
the MOUs from Jamie. If you would like to see those.
So you need to vote on them today. I
Okay.
guess if you don't sign them exactly today. There are probably more than one. There should be like 6 or 8 of them.
There's 6 of them, I think, in
Oh,
there.
goody.
But yeah, you should vote on them today at least. That's all is what I got from the sheet that they come up with. I tweaked the numbers around a little bit. Like if it was $40,100 or something, I'd make it $36,000 just to
Okay.
have it all
I'm not seeing anything about that road stuff.
Okay,
there, so
thanks, Sam. I know we discussed it, but.
Was here for that meeting.
What's that, Rod?
You got
Yeah, I've, yeah.
Because I remember talking to you about it about next month. But maybe we did approve real quiet.
So we need just a voice vote to approve this.
To approve those MOUs,
And
yep,
then I sign it.
yep.
Okay. Okay.
Can you pass that on, please?
Yeah.
What's his
They're
name?
all, it's all one.
It's all one.
Oh, it's all one?
Yeah, it's all one.
It's all,
Yep.
yeah.
Those are all 6 of them. There's 6 of them.
There's 3 pages though, right?
No, it's 6 pages.
6
different
pages.
ones.
Oh.
So that's for one of the projects, and then the rest of her.
Yeah.
Another project?
Yeah.
Yep,
Oh.
there's all projects right in there. How much did it add up to again, Jamie? I missed that part.
I never even paid attention to what they added up to.
It was like 2 something, wasn't it?
No, it's we more than, I think we doubled it.
What is the guy?
It's 48, 492, 65, 33, 40, 98, 143, 80.
I do have Ben on the Zoom if you have any questions for him. He was so kind to.
You mean for Ben?
Yep.
Ben on
Ben is on Zoom there. These MOUs were sent to him as well. So.
When that comes my way, I'll just look at all of them now, add them together. We can have a full number.
Got me some of that, pack it over.
All of that.
Those are the leftover ones, so.
Okay, Bob Hedstrom. What's Hedstrom's name?
Brian.
Ryan. He was here on that meeting,
That's right, he was.
that Red Willow meeting.
Yeah, little meeting, yeah. Brian and Mark Olson were here.
That was before John left.
Mm-hmm, that's correct.
Okay, I was wrong on that.
Yep.
Okay, I gotta find those.
I don't think it's September.
September, August. Anyway.
I make a motion to approve the MOUs.
Motion to table and approve the MOUs from Edlin. Do I have a second out there?
I wanna.
Look, well, you can discuss it too, you know, so.
I'll second it and.
Okay, we'll discuss it.
Discussion.
Okay. Can Ben hear me? Steph,
Yep.
Ben, Scott Tramby.
Hey.
Can you fill in Lauren a little bit on these MOUs for him real quick?
Yeah, so your guys' discussion last week was, or last time, sorry, was on how you got so much dollars you got to spend. How in the heck are you going to allocate those dollars? So the MOUs, what they do is they say from Griggs County Commission, you guys are giving the authority to whoever to obligate those dollars for those specific projects. When we did this last time, you guys over obligated some funds. So you said, okay, we have $200,000. We need to probably have a good list put together. So these MOUs are inclusive of that whole list. So there's a little bit of over obligation that's included in there.
Yep.
What that does is that allows you guys in the end to say, all right, well, you know, this project was done with other funds. This project maybe got completed with other funds, so we are going to re-obligate those funds to these other specific projects. So there's a little bit of over obligation there. Basically, what you're looking to do today is to approve, hopefully, is to approve those MOUs. Just stating that those funds are obligated to those specific projects. What that does is that allows Sam to, when she does her reporting in April, to say that those funds have been obligated to specific projects. You know, as those projects maybe get completed or changed or done or whatever the case is, then you guys are able to look at re-obligation from there, or you know, closing out the project or whatever that case may be. So signatures and stuff aren't necessarily needed today. It's just more of the obligation piece, the formal vote from the commission to formally obligate the funds to those projects that are listed on those MOUs. I think there's 6 of them.
Yeah, that's correct.
Thanks, Ben.
Yep, thanks.
Yep.
Briefly, what are this, without looking at it, what are the 6 that we obligated for?
There was the mics, there was a sheriff's vehicle, there was the plow. That's the one I can think of.
Security, Vanguard, CPT,
Yeah.
Road Department, Sheriff's Department, and the budget offset. Those are your 6.
We did the budget offset back when we did the budget.
For 2025, yep.
The budget offset is probably one of those that I think there's probably could be conversation of whether or not you need to formally do an MOU for it. Since you guys already did technically allocate those funds or obligate those funds to that, I think it's probably good to have it just in case you do wind up getting audited. All this is for auditing purposes, right? You know, if the feds come back and say, what'd you spend that money on? Where's your proof? Or what did you obligate those funds to? Where's your proof? That's what these MOUs are for. There's no guarantee that the feds are ever going to do that, you know, with umpteen thousand counties across the U.S. for the feds to come back and audit most counties or those counties underneath that $10 million mark. I think it wouldn't be prudent on them to do something like that, but I don't know, it's the feds and they do a lot of things I don't agree with, so we'll see.
The total amount was $518,000.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, I have one more, so any more discussion on this, guys?